What were the main causes of the French Revolution, and how did they contribute to the outbreak of the Revolution in 1789? The French Revolution was a major political and social upheaval that occurred in France in the late 18th century, and it had profound effects on the course of modern European history. There were many factors that contributed to the outbreak of the French Revolution, but some of the main causes include: 1. Social inequality. France in the 18th century was a deeply unequal society, with a rigid social hierarchy that placed the nobility and clergy at the top and the common people at the bottom. The vast majority of the population was poor and had few rights or opportunities, while the wealthy elites enjoyed immense privileges and power. 2. Economic crisis. France was also facing a severe economic crisis in the years leading up to the revolution, with widespread poverty, unemployment, and hunger. The French government was deeply in debt, and attempts to reform the tax system and raise revenues were met with resistance from the wealthy elites. 3. Political corruption. The French monarchy was seen as deeply corrupt and ineffective, with many officials and members of the royal court using their positions for personal gain and ignoring the needs and interests of the people. 4. Enlightenment ideas. The ideas of the Enlightenment, which emphasized reason, liberty, and equality, were also a major factor in the outbreak of the French Revolution. Enlightenment thinkers such as Rousseau and Voltaire criticized the social and political structures of their time and called for radical reforms. 5. Influence of the American Revolution. The successful American Revolution also inspired many French people to question the legitimacy of their own government and demand greater rights and freedoms. Together, these factors created a volatile atmosphere in France, with widespread discontent and unrest among the population. In 1789, this discontent boiled over into the French Revolution, which would have profound and far-reaching consequences for France and the world. How did the ideas of the Enlightenment influence the French Revolution, and what impact did these ideas have on the development of modern democracy and human rights? The Enlightenment was a philosophical and cultural movement that emerged in Europe in the 17th and 18th centuries. It emphasized the importance of reason, individualism, and progress, and it challenged many of the traditional beliefs and institutions of European society. The ideas of the Enlightenment had a profound impact on the French Revolution, and they continue to influence modern democracy and human rights to this day. One of the most important Enlightenment ideas that influenced the French Revolution was the concept of natural rights. Enlightenment thinkers such as John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau argued that all human beings are born with certain inalienable rights, such as the right to life, liberty, and property. These rights were seen as inherent to human nature, and they were not dependent on any particular government or social order. This idea of natural rights helped to inspire the demand for greater political and social freedoms during the French Revolution. Another important Enlightenment concept that influenced the French Revolution was the idea of popular sovereignty. Enlightenment thinkers such as Montesquieu and Rousseau argued that the legitimacy of government ultimately rested on the consent of the governed. This idea challenged the traditional idea of absolute monarchy, and it helped to inspire the demand for democratic government and representative institutions during the French Revolution. The French Revolution also drew on other Enlightenment ideas, such as the importance of reason and progress, the rejection of traditional authority, and the belief in the potential for social and political change. These ideas helped to shape the political and social reforms of the revolution, including the abolition of feudalism, the establishment of the Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen, and the introduction of new institutions such as the National Assembly and the Committee of Public Safety. The impact of these Enlightenment ideas on the development of modern democracy and human rights cannot be overstated. The concept of natural rights and popular sovereignty helped to inspire the American Revolution and the development of modern democracy in the United States. The French Revolution also had a profound impact on the development of modern democracy and human rights, influencing movements such as the abolition of slavery and the struggle for women's suffrage. In summary, the ideas of the Enlightenment had a profound impact on the French Revolution, inspiring demands for greater political and social freedoms, and helping to shape the reforms and institutions of the revolution. These ideas continue to influence modern democracy and human rights to this day. What were the major social and economic changes that occurred during the French Revolution, and how did these changes transform French society and the wider world? The French Revolution brought about major social and economic changes in France and had far-reaching effects on the rest of Europe and the world. Some of the major changes that occurred during the French Revolution include: 1. Abolition of feudalism. One of the most significant social changes of the French Revolution was the abolition of feudalism. The old feudal system had divided French society into three estates, with the nobility and clergy enjoying special privileges and exemptions from taxes. The Revolution abolished the privileges of the nobility and the clergy and abolished feudal obligations and serfdom. 2. Redistribution of land. Another major social change was the redistribution of land. During the Revolution, the government seized land from the nobility and sold it to ordinary citizens at low prices. This led to a major transfer of wealth and property from the aristocracy to the middle and lower classes. 3. Creation of a national identity. The French Revolution also helped to create a sense of national identity among the French people. The Revolution introduced the concept of the citizen and the nation and promoted the idea of a unified French state based on common values and ideals. 4. Introduction of universal education. The French Revolution introduced the concept of universal education, with the government creating a system of public schools for all citizens. This helped to spread literacy and education throughout French society, laying the foundation for future social and economic progress. 5. Economic liberalization. The revolution also brought about significant economic changes, including the introduction of free trade and the abolition of guilds and other trade restrictions. This helped to promote economic growth and development, and lay the foundation for the modern capitalist economy. Overall, the French Revolution brought about major social and economic changes that transformed French society and had a profound impact on the rest of Europe and the world. The revolution abolished feudalism and established the concept of universal education, promoting greater equality and social mobility. It also promoted economic liberalization and the development of a modern capitalist economy, laying the foundation for future economic growth and prosperity. What role did Napoleon Bonaparte play in the French Revolution, and how did his rise to power impact the course of the revolution and the subsequent history of Europe? Napoleon Bonaparte was a key figure in the French Revolution, and his rise to power had a profound impact on the course of the revolution and the subsequent history of Europe. Napoleon first rose to prominence during the revolution as a successful military commander. He played a key role in several major victories for the French army, including the Battle of Austerlitz and the Battle of Borodino. In 1799, he led a coup d'état that overthrew the existing government and established the consulate, with himself as first consul. As first consul and later as emperor, Napoleon implemented a number of significant reforms in France. He reformed the legal system, establishing the Napoleonic Code, which laid the foundation for modern civil law. He also introduced new educational reforms, established the Bank of France, and implemented policies to promote economic growth and development. However, Napoleon's rule was also marked by his military ambitions and his desire to expand French power and influence. He led several major military campaigns, including invasions of Egypt and Russia, and his wars with other European powers helped to spread the ideals of the French Revolution across the continent. Despite his successes, Napoleon's rule was also marked by authoritarianism and repression. He established a strong central government and limited civil liberties, and his reign was characterized by a cult of personality and the suppression of dissent. Napoleon's downfall came in 1812, when his disastrous invasion of Russia led to the collapse of his empire. He was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the island of Elba, but he later returned to France and briefly regained power during the Hundred Days. He was defeated at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, and he was exiled again, this time to the remote island of St. Helena, where he died in 1821. In summary, Napoleon Bonaparte played a significant role in the French Revolution, rising to power as a military leader and implementing significant reforms in France. His ambitions and military campaigns also had a profound impact on the course of European history, spreading the ideals of the revolution and leading to major political and social changes across the continent. However, his rule was also marked by authoritarianism and repression, and his downfall ultimately led to the restoration of the monarchy in France and the reshaping of European politics for decades to come. What was the legacy of the French Revolution, and how did it shape the development of modern democracy, nationalism, and international relations? The legacy of the French Revolution is vast and multifaceted, shaping the development of modern democracy, nationalism, and international relations in a number of significant ways. 1. Democracy. The French Revolution was a watershed moment in the development of modern democracy. The revolution introduced the concept of popular sovereignty, the idea that political power derives from the people rather than from the monarch or other traditional authorities. This idea helped to inspire the development of modern democratic institutions and the spread of democratic ideals throughout the world. 2. Nationalism. The French Revolution also played a major role in the development of modern nationalism. The revolution introduced the idea of a unified French nation based on common values and ideals, and this idea helped to inspire the development of nationalist movements in other parts of Europe and beyond. The idea of national self-determination and the right of nations to determine their own destiny has been a major theme in international relations ever since. 3. Human rights. The French Revolution also helped to promote the concept of human rights and individual liberties. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen, adopted in 1789, established the idea that all people are born free and equal and have certain inalienable rights. This concept has been a cornerstone of modern democracies and has helped to inspire the development of international human rights law and institutions. 4. International relations. The French Revolution also had a significant impact on international relations. The Revolutionary Wars, fought between France and other European powers, helped to spread the ideals of the revolution across the continent and led to major political and social changes in many countries. The Congress of Vienna, held in 1815 after Napoleon's defeat, reshaped the balance of power in Europe and laid the foundation for modern international relations. 5. Social and economic change. The French Revolution also had a profound impact on social and economic change. The revolution abolished feudalism and the privileges of the nobility, leading to greater social mobility and equality. It also introduced new economic policies and institutions that helped to promote economic growth and development, laying the foundation for modern capitalism. In summary, the French Revolution had a far-reaching impact on the development of modern democracy, nationalism, human rights, international relations, and social and economic change. Its legacy continues to shape the world today, and its ideas and ideals remain an important source of inspiration for those working to promote democracy, human rights, and social justice around the globe. How did the French Revolution influence the development of art, literature, and culture, and what impact did it have on the wider world of ideas and aesthetics? The French Revolution had a significant impact on the development of art, literature, and culture, and it helped to usher in a new era of creativity and innovation in these fields. 1. Romanticism. The French Revolution helped to give rise to the Romantic movement in literature and art. Romanticism emphasized individualism, emotion, and the beauty of nature, and it rejected the strict rules and conventions of traditional art and literature. Romanticism had a profound impact on the development of modern art and literature, inspiring generations of artists and writers to explore new forms of expression and to push the boundaries of what was considered acceptable. 2. Realism. The French Revolution also helped to give rise to the realist movement in art and literature. Realism emphasized the depiction of everyday life and the struggles of ordinary people, and it rejected the idealized and romanticized depictions of the past. Realism had a significant impact on the development of modern literature and art, inspiring a new generation of artists and writers to focus on the real world and to depict it as honestly and truthfully as possible. 3. Political satire. The French Revolution also inspired a new wave of political satire and commentary. Blaise Pascal was not just a mathematician and physicist, but also a philosopher and theologian. How did his diverse interests influence his work and the development of his ideas? Blaise Pascal's diverse interests played a significant role in shaping his work and the development of his ideas. As a mathematician and physicist, he made groundbreaking contributions to the fields of probability theory, fluid mechanics, and the study of vacuums. As a philosopher and theologian, he explored fundamental questions about the nature of existence, knowledge, and morality. One of the ways in which Pascal's diverse interests influenced his work was by providing him with a unique perspective on the world. His understanding of mathematics and physics gave him a deep appreciation for the precision and logic of the natural world, while his philosophical and theological insights helped him to understand the deeper meaning and purpose behind it. For example, Pascal's work on probability theory was inspired by his interest in gambling and his desire to develop a more systematic approach to making decisions under conditions of uncertainty. His approach to probability theory helped to revolutionize the way we think about risk and decision-making, and it has had a profound impact on fields as diverse as economics, finance, and psychology. Similarly, Pascal's work on the Pensées, his famous collection of philosophical and theological reflections, was informed by his belief in the importance of faith and his deep concern for the human condition. He used his writing to explore fundamental questions about the nature of God, the limits of human knowledge, and the meaning of life. Overall, Pascal's diverse interests played a crucial role in shaping his work and the development of his ideas. His interdisciplinary approach to learning and problem-solving helped him to make groundbreaking discoveries and advance our understanding of the world, and it continues to inspire scientists, philosophers, and theologians today. Pascal is known for his contributions to the field of probability theory. How did he use probability to solve real-world problems, and what impact did his work have on the development of modern statistics? Blaise Pascal made significant contributions to the field of probability theory, which had a profound impact on the development of modern statistics. Here are some ways in which he used probability to solve real-world problems. 1. Pascal's work on probability theory was inspired by his interest in gambling and his desire to develop a more systematic approach to making decisions under conditions of uncertainty. He realized that probability could be used to predict the likelihood of certain outcomes, and he developed a mathematical framework for calculating these probabilities. 2. Pascal used probability to solve real-world problems, such as calculating the odds of winning in various games of chance. He also used probability to develop a new method for dividing the stakes in a game of dice based on the player's chances of winning. 3. Pascal's work on probability theory had a significant impact on the development of modern statistics. His ideas formed the foundation for the theory of probability, which has become an essential tool for understanding and predicting the behavior of complex systems. 4. Pascal's work on probability theory also helped to lay the groundwork for the development of decision theory, which is a field of study that explores how individuals make decisions under conditions of uncertainty. Overall, Pascal's contributions to the field of probability theory were instrumental in the development of modern statistics and decision theory. His work on probability helped to revolutionize the way we think about risk and decision-making, and it has had a profound impact on fields as diverse as economics, finance, and psychology. Pascal is also famous for his work on hydraulic fluids and the invention of the syringe. How did his contributions to fluid mechanics and engineering change the way we live today? Blaise Pascal's contributions to fluid mechanics and engineering were significant and had a profound impact on the way we live today. Here are some ways in which his work changed the world. 1. Pascal's work on hydraulic fluids led to the development of hydraulic power, which is used in many industries today. He discovered that pressure exerted on a fluid in a closed container is transmitted equally in all directions, regardless of the shape of the container. This principle is known as Pascal's law and is used in hydraulic systems to transmit power and control machinery. 2. Pascal's work on the syringe was an important contribution to the field of medical technology. He invented a syringe with a plunger that could be pushed down to force fluid out of a nozzle. This innovation made it easier to inject medicine and other fluids into the body, and it is still widely used today in medicine and many other fields. 3. Pascal's work on fluid mechanics helped to lay the groundwork for the development of modern engineering. His discoveries about the behavior of fluids under pressure were essential for the development of the steam engine, which powered the Industrial Revolution and transformed the world. 4. Pascal's work on fluid mechanics also had an impact on the design of bridges and other structures. He realized that the weight of a structure could be supported by the pressure of the fluid underneath it, and he used this principle to design stronger and more stable bridges. Overall, Pascal's contributions to fluid mechanics and engineering were significant and had a lasting impact on the world. His discoveries and inventions helped to revolutionize the way we use power, transport fluids, and design structures, and they continue to influence many fields today. Pascal was a deeply religious person, and he believed that faith and reason could work together to achieve a greater understanding of the world. How did his religious beliefs inform his scientific and philosophical work, and what can we learn from his approach to reconciling faith and reason? Blaise Pascal's religious beliefs played a significant role in shaping his scientific and philosophical work. He believed that faith and reason could work together to achieve a greater understanding of the world, and he saw science and religion as complementary ways of exploring the mysteries of the universe. One way in which Pascal's religious beliefs informed his scientific work was through his belief in the unity and coherence of the natural world. He saw the universe as a unified whole, governed by God's laws and imbued with a sense of purpose and meaning. This belief in the underlying order and harmony of the universe inspired his work on mathematics and physics and helped him to develop new insights into the behavior of the natural world. Similarly, Pascal's religious beliefs informed his philosophical work, particularly his exploration of the human condition. He saw human beings as fallen and imperfect creatures, in need of redemption and salvation. This belief led him to explore questions of morality and ethics, and to develop new insights into the nature of human experience and the meaning of life. Overall, Pascal's approach to reconciling faith and reason teaches us the importance of seeking a holistic understanding of the world, one that integrates both scientific and spiritual insights. His work reminds us that science and religion are not mutually exclusive, but rather complementary ways of exploring the mysteries of the universe. By embracing both faith and reason, we can gain a deeper and more profound understanding of the world and our place in it. S is considered one of the greatest works of French literature. How did his skills as a writer inform his scientific and philosophical work, and what can we learn from his approach to communication and rhetoric? Blaise Pascal's skills as a writer played a significant role in shaping his scientific and philosophical work. His writing was marked by a clear and concise style that was both persuasive and accessible, and he used this style to communicate his ideas to a wide range of audiences. One way in which Pascal's writing informed his scientific work was through his ability to communicate complex ideas in a clear and straightforward manner. His work on probability theory, for example, was marked by a rigorous and logical approach that was easy to follow and understand. He used simple language and vivid examples to illustrate his points, making his work accessible to a wide range of readers. Similarly, Pascal's writing skills informed his philosophical work, particularly his exploration of the human condition. His Pensées, which is a collection of philosophical and theological reflections, is considered one of the greatest works of French literature. In this work, Pascal used his writing skills to explore fundamental questions about the nature of God, the limits of human knowledge, and the meaning of life. His writing was marked by a profound sense of compassion and empathy, and he used it to communicate his ideas in a way that was both persuasive and inspiring. Overall, Pascal's approach to communication and rhetoric teaches us the importance of clear and effective communication in science and philosophy. His ability to communicate complex ideas in a clear and accessible manner helped him to reach a wide range of audiences and to inspire new insights and discoveries. By embracing the power of effective communication, we can better communicate our ideas, share our knowledge, and inspire others to join us in our quest for understanding. Pascal's life was marked by personal tragedy and illness. How did these challenges shape his work, and what lessons can we learn from his perseverance and resilience in the face of adversity? Blaise Pascal faced many personal challenges throughout his life, including the deaths of family members, chronic illness, and physical pain. These challenges had a profound impact on his work, shaping his ideas and inspiring him to persevere and find new ways to overcome obstacles. Here are some lessons we can learn from his resilience in the face of adversity. 1. Pascal's experiences with personal tragedy and illness gave him a deep appreciation for the fragility and impermanence of life. This awareness of life's transience inspired him to make the most of his time, to pursue his passions, and to make a difference in the world. 2. Pascal's experiences with physical pain and illness gave him a unique perspective on the human condition. He saw firsthand the limitations and frailties of the human body, and he used his insights to develop new ideas about the nature of suffering and the importance of compassion and empathy. 3. Pascal's experiences with personal challenges also helped him to develop a deep sense of empathy and compassion for others. He saw the suffering of those around him and was inspired to use his talents and his work to make a positive difference in the world. 4. Overall, Pascal's perseverance and resilience in the face of adversity teach us the importance of staying true to our goals and our passions, even in the face of obstacles and setbacks. His work reminds us that we can always find new ways to overcome challenges, to make a difference in the world, and to leave a lasting legacy that inspires others. Pascal was also a pioneer of the modern computer, and his invention of the Pascaline is considered a forerunner to the digital computer. How did his work on the Pascaline influence the development of modern computing, and what can we learn from his approach to innovation and invention? Blaise Pascal's work on the Pascaline, an early mechanical calculator, was a pioneering contribution to the development of modern computing. Here are some ways in which his work on the Pascaline influenced the development of modern computing. 1. The Pascaline was the first machine capable of performing mathematical calculations automatically, and it revolutionized the way we think about computation. It was a forerunner to the digital computer and inspired the development of new technologies that paved the way for modern computing. 2. The Pascaline was a significant improvement over existing calculating devices, which were slow and cumbersome to use. It used a series of gears and wheels to perform calculations, and it could perform addition and subtraction with remarkable speed and accuracy. 3. Pascal's work on the Pascaline also had a significant impact on the development of manufacturing processes. His design for the machine required a high degree of precision and accuracy, which helped to inspire new innovations in the field of engineering and manufacturing. 4. Overall, Pascal's work on the Pascaline teaches us the importance of innovation and invention in shaping the world around us. His willingness to experiment, take risks, and push the boundaries of what was possible paved the way for new technologies and inspired generations of innovators and inventors to come. By embracing the spirit of innovation and invention, we can continue to push the boundaries of what is possible and to shape the world in new and exciting ways.